I really don't understand why people are arguing over the Switch 2's power. Oh, I know it's stronger than the Steam Deck, the PS4 and the Xbox One, but is it going to be like PS4 Pro? Is it going to be like Rogue Ally or even Series S? Now we're getting a little too technical, but at the same time, I can totally understand people wanting to know roughly on par where it's going to be. Bitch, it can run Tears of the Kingdom at 1080p 60 FPS, and when it's docked, it can do 1440p 60 FPS with improved textures on top of that. That is a good blueprint, in my opinion, to figure out how powerful the Switch 2 is. In the end, it's going to fall somewhere between a PS4 Pro and an Xbox Series S, which goes against what Digital Foundry said. They undersold that shit and tried to make it sound like it wasn't all that great. They did a terrible video on the comparison. They're a great channel. They're great people. I have nothing against them. But that video is really undercutting what the Switch 2 is capable of. And then a lot of people on social media are arguing, people are going to be spending all this money on this Switch, and haha, it's like as good as 10-year-old, a decade-old hardware. Helps if I could speak properly. And I'm like, yeah, but it's in handheld mode, bitch. It's not the same thing. Plus, you'll have other people that say, oh, well, I have a Steam Deck and the Steam Deck's more powerful. Actually, it isn't. And even if that were true, marginally better. And some people, such as myself, don't care about the Steam Deck. It's not that we think it's a piece of shit. I have an amazing computer. Good for me. When I go to bed, I'm laying down. I want to be on my Switch. I want to play some Nintendo games. I like the ecosystem, just the whole thing about it, play some retro games. I'm not saying you can't do that on the Steam Deck. I found my preferred system, and it's as simple as that. And people will be like, I can't believe people would be so stupid to buy a Switch when they could just buy a Steam Deck and it's cheaper. Because we don't want it. You don't think people, most of them, that are looking into the Nintendo have already looked at other alternatives? I did it, and it simply wasn't for me. I had an Android phone, didn't like it, so I opted for an iPhone. I'm not saying the Android phone is shit, it wasn't my thing. But if you love it, then you know what? That's amazing, because you found something that you enjoy. And ultimately, that is all that matters. It's the same thing with this microphone. Nobody's got this microphone. Everybody uses the Shure SM7B microphone. It's a great microphone. I still have it. But I didn't like it as much as this microphone. Doesn't mean I think the other one's shit. You see how that goes? Just find what you enjoy and stick with it. Sure, discuss. Find out, oh, how strong is it? But don't stress out or get angry over it and then start complaining to other people about your thoughts on it. No one should care about how you feel about something when it's negative. Because the people that are on board with this Switch, such as myself, we don't care. At least I don't. I've been enjoying the Switch 1 for almost a decade now. 8 years, right? It came out in 2017. We're already 2025. And that thing's not even as powerful as a PS3. Still enjoyed the shit out of it. I'm still enjoying it now, to this day. I love it. Is it limited? Of course. Does it take 15 seconds to scroll down through the store to see what other games are on there for sale? Yeah, it's probably my biggest complaint, actually. But in the end, I enjoy it, and this is going to be a very, very nice leap forward. It's going to be a great system. Some of you are going to enjoy it. Some of you aren't. It's really not that big of a deal. Just keep in mind, again, what you hear. Don't listen to everything I say. Don't listen to everything people like even Digital Foundry of all people say. Or IGN. People can make mistakes, and sometimes some people will own up to them. Sometimes they won't. I do. If you could tell me, hey, you said this about that one time. Here's some information. Here's why you're wrong. I might tell you to go choke on a cucumber, depending on how much of a prick you're being. But if you're just legitimately like, hey, you know, I heard you were talking about this, and actually I found out, you know, you were full of shit. That's okay. People can make mistakes. It's how you deal with when you know you're wrong that matters. And as far as it goes right now, this system is more powerful than you think. And it's more than just teraflops and I can't remember the exact numbers. One person was like 1.84. The other one was like, bitch, it's 1.77. This one's stronger by 13.4%. I'm like, you're a freak. Really? Because they were arguing and bickering about it. Okay? So there you have it. Another useless rant of mine talking about nothing really important. But to me, this is a big deal. To me, I was curious to know relatively where it fell in line. When I found out originally, allegedly, that it was around a PS4 base, I was like, whatever. It's better than where it was before. Like I said, I keep going back to the Tears of the Kingdom 1080p 60 FPS with improved textures and stuff. And I'm like, hey, if it can do that, I'm sold. I don't think a lot of people are buying Nintendo systems expecting these crazy rich graphics, right? I just don't think people are doing that. So you can't really compare them. I mean, you can in terms of power, but it's an argument that people are going to get into until the end of time, and it's pathetic. Take care, and maybe I'll see some of you in the next video. Bye for now.